Yeah, I got my hands on this old drilling machine, and I just wanted to show you the bit to it because I needed this to get off the grid. And over here on the top of this thing, I put this plate on here, and I put these teeth on here to help when the bit came up, because it goes up and down, to help smoothen out the wall as I drilled. Over here, there's like a cylinder that goes in here, and inside there the cable goes through this hole, and then it goes inside of a cylinder that slides up and down in here, and it's put together with lead out of off the tires, you know, the car tires, the lead. That is and you melt the lead, you put through a tube in there, sits in there, goes up and down. You put the cable through the tube, untangle the cable, pull it back in the tube, and then you heat it up with oxygen and melt lead off of car tires. The weights, you take the weights and you fill that up with lead off of a car tires, and that goes up and down in there as the bit goes up and down. And then right here is a for the wrenches to tighten it, because here's the bead, and this is the wrenches you use, big giant wrenches. I use pickup trucks to tighten this up because it takes mega force of power. So I use 2 pickup trucks actually to tighten this up, because it's got big giant wrenches. And then, like I said, I put this end on here because I didn't like the dirt getting in there, so I made it a little bit fatter. And I never drilled a well in my life, so but I did do it. I mean with no experience or even being around a well machine, I did it, and I did it to help me get off the grid. Here's the other spot for the other wrench, and here's this wrench hole, and there's the groove. So then when you come down on this drilling bit, come on down, it's pretty long, and then when you get down to about here, there used to be a slide bar that set right here, but apparently it broke off. This bit was built in 1955, so it's really super old. And there used to be a slide bar in here, like pulling for car dents, and it would take off the stress, I guess, when the bit went up and down. And somebody welded it in, and they strapped it, and to make it strong. And then as you go down the bit this farther, I put these straps on this bit because they had cracks in them. So I had this. I put all these straps on here, and down here I built this this bit. When I got this bit, they're just totally bald, and it probably comes down to about here. This is probably how much I wore off drilling my well right there. It used to be that long, and I drilled the well over 200 feet down, and I took I wore off that much of the bit. So I put all these teeth on here, and they got a little worn, but the bottom it is actually just ate away. And I drilled a 14-inch hole round with this bit. I made a hole 14-inch round, and I put in steel casing 9-inch. And here's where the bit screws in, and it went. The threads were gone, and so I put these straps and I welded it in. And here's a place for the wrench where you tighten the bit up, so that you could so you could tighten it, and you'd put a wrench somewhere, I think in here, before I strapped it, for the other wrench, and you'd take 2 pickup trucks and tighten it up as well. Now over here I put straps on this. This actually was press fit right here. Somebody press fitted this, the company did, down to here, and slid this in. So I strapped that, and I strapped this. This is 1955. This is some old stuff I was working with. And like I said, I never been around a well machine, but I was actually able to pull off my well. So I just kind of wanted to show you a bit from 1955, how the older gentlemen of our society used to drill wells. Pretty hardcore stuff here. Pretty neat too, in engineering. Very smart. But anyway, there's the whole length of the bit right there.